Hello everyone, and welcome back to part 2 of Yahoo Stream's A Link to the Past Randomizer, the continuing adventures of Yogurt, which is the hamster guy in the X-Wing pilot helmet. Anyway, there we go. Alright, where was I wanting to be? Where was it? I know the last time we were doing this we were in the Dark World already, so... Come on, what was it? Shoot. Shoot. I remember here. Alright, I'm gonna go to the mountain cave because I think I didn't do the tablet there? I don't know. You, old man. Thank you. Anyway, today's been going all right for me. Had a lot of things. Busy day. It's a day that's basically been busy for a long time. Not because of how much is in it, just because it's more of how many things I have to get done today. And I'm glad that I was able to do this. Alright, so... just gonna do a quick check to see if that's been dealt with or not over here. Because it's been a long time. It's literally been a month. For those of you who didn't see that, I actually looked at my wrist, which a watch should be, but it's not there. Anyway. Give me a sec here. Boop. Boop. There we go. Anyway, I see here. This past week at work was like killer. Like, I work at a restaurant, so okay, that did defeat that. Anyway, I work at a restaurant, and nothing like those like franchise restaurants. Oh no, I work at like a mom and pop restaurant that serves teriyaki chicken. It's a nice place, nice owners. It's just that this past week has been really busy towards the end. Like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday was like super busy. And with the whole thing that's been going on, it's made me question of why people are out more than anything. Yeah, it is a very delicious place to eat there. Very good food. But anyway, it was just really busy for no apparent reason other than people are trying to become normal during like all that's been happening. And in my personal experience, when you have more than 15 people waiting in line to pick up their online order, phone order, or an Uber driver wanting to get their order to deliver, that kind of piles up with how many people are actually in the restaurant. So yeah, I can do busy. I just don't like it when like every order has yakisoba on it, because then you can only do 6 at a time, because that's how many burners you get. And money. Okay, that's actually a nice start, getting money. What do we use money for? Like seriously, what other things do you use money for? Let's see here a second. Behind the scenes stuff. Video. There we go. Whoop. That goes off there. Go away. Anyway, but yeah, I was just busy, really busy. I kind of wanted the weekend to come faster. Anyway, So I think I'm gonna head towards the castle now because I defeated Aghanim last time, which means Dark World is properly opened up instead of cheating through moon pearls and magic mirrors and all that. So if I just walk through the front gates, it should just automatically teleport me. Or maybe not. Wait a second, was it walking through here? Alright, I'm confused. Like, I thought it was like you walk through the front gates of the castle and you're like automatically teleported to the Dark World. Well, at least I know where a teleporter is to the Dark World. Did I get the ocarina yet? No, I have not gotten the ocarina yet. That's good. Okay. I do have the Zora flippers, and I do have all the gloves, so the closest one would be the Lake Hylia teleport. Oh, and then it just takes me to the ice box. Oh, okay. That's... I could do this? I don't have the fire rod, though. That's the problem. I'm getting out of here. Okay. Note to self. Don't use that one. Alright. Yeah, that would actually be the closest one. Would be the... Kakariko Village one would be actually the closest. Yeah. Come on, skip this. Wait. Oh, you gotta be joking me. I just realized I might have not saved it correctly when after the fight with Aghanim. I might have just closed out of this. Oh boy. Let's egg on my face. Because you should be like okay. I'm gonna go walk back up there. If that thing is still active, that means I did not defeat, it didn't save me defeating Aghanim. Oh boy. Gotta do that again. Let's see what's chat saying to me while I make my way over. Oh, shawarma? I think I've had that before. I think they're pretty good. I think I like shawarma, gyros, I like that type of stuff. That's some good stuff. Real shawarma. I do not know. All I know about shawarma is that it's usually made on that like spit that's vertical instead of horizontal. That's the only knowledge I have about that. Alright, it is that. Alright, yeah. I've had it before. It's pretty good. Okay, this still has... Okay, it didn't save. Great. Thanks, game. I have to do this whole section again. It must have not saved. Well, at least I can do this time. Do it this way this time. I think I went through here without the beam sword last time, and it sucked. It really sucked. Because I couldn't cheese these guys out. Well, Shadow Guy, whenever I ever start doing that late night shows, sort of talk show thing with this channel, then you'll be the first one to come on here, okay? And talk about all the crazy foods that you eat over there. And whatever else interests you. I don't know. I'm trying to think of all the people that inspire me to do live streams, and I do not know how they are able to keep a conversation going. I always have to pause and think about half the stuff I do here. Yeah, I would have, if I ever did do the talk show thing, I would have to have all the questions beforehand on cue cards. Oh, wait. You first. Give me a heart. Nope. Alright. Well, multitasking isn't that difficult if you know what you're doing beforehand. But it is a difficulty when you're trying to do precision stuff. I know a couple people who aren't the best at playing Dark Souls when they have a conversation going at the same time. Yeah. I still think that, I don't know why the talk show thing came up. I just maybe been watching a lot of like clips of it on YouTube to entertain myself over this whole stay-at-home thing. I do have a topic to talk about, actually. This is very interesting. I seem to have an issue with not doing enough research when looking for things, because apparently I don't watch, like, if a person says, oh hey, I'm gonna give you a buyer's guide on this thing, and I watch it all the way through, and then later they say, oh hey, you can do this on, you can also get this too, and then I never watch that, and then it's like, oh great, I've wasted how much money and time looking for the specific thing when this could have worked out as well. But yeah, always do your research. Do all the research if possible on a topic before you start looking into it. Best example of this would be trying to figure out how to do capturing for a PS3, and turns out that, oh, PS3 can't really capture well because there's a stupid encoder in it that prevents playback. Oh, that's right. The fire shield would have gotten rid of that. Okay. So yeah, but I did figure out how to do that. Took about a week for all the stuff that I needed to come in for that. Still wanting to do the Demon Souls playthrough. I think that'd be actually pretty fun. Nope. Oh, don't mind me. I'm just playing energy tennis. And there we go. Properly got this done for once. Alright, now we're in the Dark World. We were supposed to be in the Dark World last time. Oh, that's right, I had the red boomerang. I didn't know why I didn't save. Maybe it just... Yeah. Alright, now that we have the magic boomerang, we can now test out what these things give us when we hit them. Hearts. Perfect. That is actually the... Out of all the outcomes that we could have from this, hearts is actually the best option. Because money can only go take you so far. Magic is always a nice thing to have on hand, but you can always get... always get like the magic bottles and stuff and fill those up. But hearts off of enemies is actually really good. Very good. And use this straight because we're at full health all the time. Alright, let's see. Map time. Looks like I gotta go to the Palace of Darkness, actually, because I think the other ones require items that I do not have yet. So hopefully, I get those items en route. Oh, that's right, the monkey. The monkey that lives in this palace. To pay the monkey to get in. The monkey bouncer. No. That's the trick. It thinks, oh, you can go through here. And it's like, nope. Right. So, go through here. Go through here. Yep, there's the monkey. Takes your money. Don't let him get hit because this second he gets hit, he's like, I'm out of here. Here we are. Up here, takes the rest of my money, and then he jumps over here and flips the switch. Into the Palace of the Kongs. I think it was this way, actually. There we are. And that just opens it. Alright. I think it was this side. Yep, teleporter. Alright, so wait for anti-fairy to go away. For these anti-fairy. Oh. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Alright. Alright, air octopuses, get out of here. No one likes you. No one likes your red versions either. There is my bow and arrow. There we are. Those guys are always so hard to get rid of sometimes. Then we come up here, compass. A piece of heart. Nope, didn't open. And basically I have to backtrack now because I don't have a hammer. Fairy fountain. Alright, so we did that side, dead end. Let's try this side, hopefully not a dead end as much. Homosauruses are so annoying. So annoying. They are not a friend of mine. Yep, there's a switch. So if I go up here, I keep forgetting, is this the palace where I can just push these out of the way? No. I actually have to do it this way. Alright. A moment, doing chat again. Okay, so favorite fantasy world. That's a very hard one to think about because I can't really think of any fantasy fiction world that isn't royally screwed half the time. That's always something that comes up sometimes when when I think of stuff. No. Let's see. That's gonna take a while. Lift up, walk a bit. Throw. Pick up. That was easier than normal. Anyway, so fantasy worlds. It is a very hard thing because I can't really think of anything that really comes to mind that quickly. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm really drawing blanks here at this point because I'm thinking about it, and the more I think about it, the more I'm like, is there anyone I like in particular? Like, I would sit down and want to exist in that fantasy world. I don't know. It's very hard for me because I think there's just a lot of that. Stupid turtles. Yeah, I really am sorry, everyone. I really am drawing blanks at this point because I think I'm just having that much of a trouble trying to think of a good one that I like. I mean, that's for a second. I mean, if you were to say, oh, what sci-fi world I would like to be in, it's like, I would say, personally, I would say Star Trek, mostly. I always think they have the most rich history, and watching through most of the shows, it almost seems like they're really good at keeping continuity with things, most of the time. These things, where's that? Yeah, I'll go with that one. Oh, there's that hammer. Wait, if that's in there, what's in the chest? Please no. Okay. I hate shadow mazes. Yeah, I like Star Trek. I basically grew up on it because my dad enjoyed it when he watched the original series, and I was around when Next Generation was showing episodes, and then Deep Space Nine. Like, I think the one I watched most was Voyager, personally, because that came out a little bit later and I was a little bit older to be able to consistently watch it. But yeah, I think the one series that I feel like doesn't need that much hate behind it, because I don't know, I feel like it was perfectly good. Maybe it was just maybe the writing for it, but I think Star Trek Enterprise was actually decent. I mean, they were trying to kind of do what Discovery did later, was a series, like before all the famous characters were around. Here's this series. No, thank you. But yeah, I don't. A lot of people don't like that series, and I can understand why in some episodes, because it seems very like, oh, this feels like a classic Trek episode or Next Generation episode that they didn't have. That they didn't make during the time or something like that. But I do feel like they had some cool concepts. Like, what episode was it I watched? Because I keep watching it, it's so cool. There's an episode called Dead Stop, and it was sort of like And that was another thing about Enterprise, which I feel like they shouldn't have done, was have connecting episodes, like immediately. Like, here's this episode, and then here's like the episode that's like follows it up, like next week. I feel like some of those were kind of But yeah, there was an episode called Dead Stop where it's like it follows an episode where Enterprise is stuck in a Romulan minefield and has to do a lot of disarming of mines that are stuck to the hull. And I think one of them exploded half part of the saucer section of the ship, so they couldn't really go anywhere. So they're kind of looking for help. And I think someone tells them about this. What was it? I think this repair station. And they go there, and it's all automated, and like the station's computer is asking for like different components, and they end up doing the one that does the least amount of. This room is really kicking my butt. Anyway, least amount of like material to repair everything, and it's like one of those like too good to be true type of stories where there's a lot of like questions of why the space station's here, why is it asking for things that are fairly inexpensive, and then you have and then something happens where one of the crew member gets killed because they went into one of the sections that was being repaired and stuff. Anyway, but I would say I feel it was an interesting episode. It was a pretty interesting ending too. Like they could have gone somewhere with that, but I'm guessing I'm guessing that was one of those like, like that, like what episode was Next Generation was it? It's people are gonna groan at me, but I remember there was a Star Trek Next Generation episode, like first season or second season, called Conspiracy, and that had a bunch of like. That had an ending where it was similar to Dead Stop, where it's like, uh-oh. Anyway, it's like one of those endings where it's like not over or something. Like, I think there was a couple episodes of Enterprise that ended like that, where it's like a cliffhanger ending that really doesn't go anywhere. Hit the button, walk back. Bounce. Discovery, I think the only reason, I would agree too that some of Discovery didn't really work out well because it was kind of confusing, because they used a lot of things that were like later plot points, like even though in Enterprise like Section 31 was a thing, I feel like they shouldn't have made it that big of a deal in Discovery, because it seemed like almost the whole series like they had to deal with them, which I felt was like either overused or not very interesting of a topic idea for the show. I think the only time it got better, because I've never seen any of it, I've only seen like bits and pieces. The only part when it got better was when they introduced the Enterprise to it, because then I was like, oh yeah, now I want to watch it because I want to see Christopher Pike. I want to see Science Officer Spock instead of Spock as number 1 or whatever, second in command and all that. For me personally, I wasn't really excited about that series because it's like they had so many other stuff going on. Yeah, I think the one problem with the character of Michelle or Michael, I keep trying to figure out how to say that name, but the only reason I think that the character was not that interesting to begin with was they tried to do a... The problem with having a character act like a Vulcan but isn't a Vulcan is kind of a hard sell. And it's like a very hard sell. And then, I don't know, a bunch of other things to go with that too. As well. Walk down here. Cute. But yeah, I feel like... Oh, come on, really? Go away. Please. Thank you. I hate those skull dudes, I really do. I think they should not exist. Yeah, I feel like some characters in that were either not acted well or not portrayed well, in my opinion. Oh, that was something. That was a topic I wanted to talk about on here. So, I can understand why a lot of people don't like the special edition Star Wars because they edited a lot. But again, it's like you got to think about it when it was coming out because I have the original VHS collection of it and of the special editions. I don't have to say it's like I feel it fleshes out the world of Star Wars a bit better, and it's like, yeah, there's somewhere out there an archived version of the original trilogy in before it was ever edited, but that's for some people. But I grew up with the edited version, and while there are some questionable stuff, there's the Force head. Sorry, I had a cough there. Oh, I have the key, that's right. This way. But yeah, I think the one thing is that they should have stopped after I wish they didn't make any more revisions of it after like this special edition that came out prior to episode 1. Because you get problems like, why does Anakin Skywalker's Force Ghost go to the prequel Anakin Skywalker when the one from the original movie actually worked out well plot-wise. Like seriously, that was one of like the stupidest decisions ever. Because it's like, I know a ghost can look whatever they want, but it's like I'd rather have them look like what their I don't know, true form is when they die, because you don't see Force Ghost Anakin looking all cut up and disfigured because of lava and stuff like that. You see him like how he was supposed to be as a Jedi. So I think that's one of my biggest gripes is like they kept editing it, and I felt like it should have been a one-time thing just to get like new CGI elements in there and stuff and clean up some of that blue screening, because I think that's the one thing people keep forgetting is that Star Wars used blue screen instead of green screen, So that was the reason you never got to see blue spaceships or spaceships with blue markings, because when it's when it's in front of that screen, because it would have just come out black with stars behind it. So that's the reason why there's no blue squadron. And really? Anyway, that's just the rant that I wanted to go on there for a bit, because I can understand special editions coming through and like either editing scenes down, or they found a deleted scene that actually made sense when put back into it, and I don't know, there's just a bunch of, there's sometimes good things and sometimes bad things that comes with going back and editing original stuff. And hopefully people do it for the better. Alright, so now it should be boss time. There he is. There we go. Hero time. Boop. Come on. There we go. I feel like he's a very easy boss. Oh! Oh boy! We get to silver arrows. I see. I don't know what the HISHE is. I may not be familiar with a lot of things, but oh, how it should have ended. Yeah, yeah. Oh, there's anyway, going back to what you were talking about before, Shy Guy, with Spock's mystery siblings, there's a person on YouTube, I have to go back and look, but I think their name, like, they do a bunch of like do nice 3D renders of Star Trek scenes, and then kind of puts them together and kind of re-edits scenes. And I think his like big project that I think he's still working on it, or he's finishing it, but he's working on a project where he's re-editing Star Trek V so it flows better and is not as dumb as it originally was. If you search YouTube for Star Trek Beyond the Barrier, then I think that's the guy you're looking for. Because I think one of his like development blog for that re-edit, and he re-edited a lot of scenes, and also used some nice 3D starship renders for a lot of things. And I haven't really seen it yet. I know he's like put it into like these weird parts online that you have to like download to watch. And it's like you have to download all 10 parts, and then it will, I don't know, the file will then become like this full movie. I still don't know why you can't just watch each individual part of it. I'm guessing it's how the file was set up so you don't get one file and sell the rest or something like that. But anyway, he re-edited it to make more sense. Kind of make some things, I don't know, flow better, make more sense in a story sense anyway. I think I can do that. Let's go do that. I think I just need the hammer, right? I'm thinking of the... Oh, wait. Shoot. How do I get out of here? Oh, boy. How do I get out of here? I think I have to actually just get off the screen. Bombing mushrooms. No, it Alright, let's hear it. There's a thief in the desert. He can open creepy chests that follow you. But now that we have that out of the way, do you like my hair? I've spent eons getting it this way. Well, judging by the fact that you're just a hand, looks great! No complaints here! Didn't realize Knuckles got that hairy. So what's in this side? Oh, fairy fountain. Alright. It's down. Oh. Dev cave. No farming required. I still don't know what that... It says dev, which means that this is like... development cave, but... Search me for figuring out how that all works out. Alright, so it looks like it's not going to allow me to go all the way around. Just kind of... There we go. Right, I think it's this way. Because what I'm trying to do is go back to the blacksmith and access the bat that's in the... Oh, wait. Do I have magic powder? I do not have magic powder because I don't have the mushroom. Correct. Alright. Alright. I think now we can use the teleporter to the dark world for the castle door. Get away from me. Thank you. There we go. That's what originally was supposed to happen once I beat the boss last time, but apparently I didn't save. So there's that. Alright, catfish time. Get up here and give me an item. At least it's another bottle. So I do have to actually take that road. Oh man, I'm tired. Or at least yawning a lot. That's interesting. He doesn't like getting his feet wet. Okay, so if I go this way instead of going down, I should be able... Yes, this is the way I wanted to go originally. There we go. So... Ah, here's the guy I want to talk to. The question is he the guy I want to talk to, or is he already turned into tree? No, he's still here. There we go, magic powder. Perfect. So all I need to do is talk to, like, did I already get the? Oh, it doesn't look like I got the half magic yet. Okay. Oh yeah, everybody's down with the bar. Stop doing that. Stop following me. Thank you. Alright, so if we go up here. Because originally this. Don't you hate it when you run out, you start running and then you fall off a cliff and land safely at a ledge below? Alright, so go in here. How many are we at this point? Oh, just need one more and then I have another piece of heart. That's nice. Let's see, is chat saying something? Well, technically, I could use the mirror on the other side of that thing, but that would... Again, that would take too much timing on my part to figure that out. Alright, hi. Take this. Alright, curse me. Curse me with something weird. Come on. No, got all day. Curse me with money. The worst curse of all. Alright, so now I could do Blind's Fortress. Yeah, because I have everything for that area, so I can just go to Blind's Fortress now and get on with my life. Alright, journey for yogurt. Alright. Come on. In we go. Compass. I really hate this dungeon the most because it does this weird maze thing. And if you don't have the map starting off, it is really annoying of knowing where you want to go. Most of the time. Most of the time it's like memorization. Well, at least that's helpful. I don't want to be turned into a rabbit right now. Thank you. Yeah. Oh yeah, here it is. I remember one of these was like you required to use a bone. Oh. Well, maybe I should have done it because I just turned myself into yogurt. Quite literally. Next time I find one of those transforming things, I'll let it hit me. Because I always thought it transformed. Well, normally transforms Link into a rabbit, but apparently for yogurt, he actually becomes yogurt. That's it. This is the one where I have to go upstairs and bomb the hold so the light will blind. Should have ordered blinds. And then the amoebas. Thank you. Alright. Yep, there's the trick. It's the button, not the lever. I wonder what you would do, and you'll get hit by this. Get hit by this. Thank you. There we go. Thank you. There we go. Alright, full health. And the cape! Well, at least maybe I can do that one area in Death Mountain's Dark World. Alright. That's been taken care of. All I need to do now is... go right downstairs. There we are. This way. Ah, here we go. Down here. Alright, Dino Man, come here. Fine, don't come here. Alright, hit me. Ah, there you go. He becomes yogurt. A tub of it. Alright, there you go. And then up this. Oh, there's a shovel. Okay, good. There's a shovel. I can now go find and see if the ocarina is where it is supposed to be. Ah. Hopefully. Hopefully. It's in the right place. I know for a fact that this randomizer will make sure that it isn't anything but money or something useless that I don't need any sort of... Go. There we go. Now switch over to Cedar Bear arrows. Here, stand in light for me really quick. How does that work for your eyes? It surely is. And maybe some Netflix as well. Come on. Okay, correction. Silver arrows do not work in this. Oh, got this far. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna sign off for right now. I'm gonna call it a day, call it time here. Thank you all for watching. This will be uploaded to YouTube fairly soon, hopefully. Last time I tried to upload this, it took me 2 hours to do it because I didn't set it up properly. But anyway, this is Universal Yahoo signing off.